You know, we start out this morning, those feeder cattle turned 5 lower right off the bat. Just everybody wants to throw up, but you know, they just kept buying them. Well, it's about 6 o'clock here on Monday afternoon. Before we get going, we got a big value-added sale on Thursday, about 6,500 cattle. All of them been weaned at least 45 days, most of them 60 to 90 days. Belong to some of the best producers in our part of the world. So if you need some of those cattle to turn back out on some wheat or to graze, or you need some cattle to feed, we're going to have most all of them cattle is going to weigh from 400 pounds to 650 pounds, and a lot of really, really nice kind of cattle. So if you need some of those cattle, well, come and see us on Thursday. Start about 9 o'clock in the morning, sell 1,000 an hour, so we won't be here long, 5 or 6 hours. Then right after that, we'll have a big video sale, sell 5,000-6,000 of them yearling cattle come between now and the 15th of January. So we'll have lots of stock to show you, so come and see us or tune in there on DV Auction and watch it. Today, 8,700 cattle, about like last week on the head count. The market, you know, we start out this morning, those feeder cattle turned 5 lower right off the bat. Just everybody wants to throw up, but you know, they just kept buying them, and it went and turned higher and then actually closed lower. But the market today would be from 3 or 4 lower to 10 higher, so it'd be hard to predict what's going on. You know, I think everybody's got a little optimism, a little enthusiasm, and finally getting a little room in some of these feed yards. And as far as the grazing guys going, there need some cattle this wheat because it's growing like crazy. We got lots of wheat pasture, which we haven't had for a few years, so that's really keeps some optimism, especially in all those cattle way below 550 pounds. But here's how they're selling. A 3 to 4 weight steer just bring 285 up to 320. A 4 to 5 weight steer, 275 up to 312. 5 to 6 weight steer, 255, 260 on the big end of them, up to 290, 295 on some cattle that's weighing a tight 5. 6 to 7 weight steers, that just depend on if they were thin enough to turn back out somewhere, they had some meat on them, need to go to the feed yard. You might just say if they were weaned, 228 up to 255. 7 to 8 weight steer, just a weaned calf, 215, up on some of those true yearling kind of cattle up there to kind of 232, 233. 8 to 9 weight steers, a lot of 8 to 9 weight steers today. You could just lump them all together. They bring from 215 up to 229. Big old string of those cattle, I think 684 head of them weighs 868 at 227.75. Another big string is the Charolais cross cattle right off of them, weigh about the same, bring 217 and a half. So it just kind of depends on what the cattle was they bring. 900 to 1,000 pound steers, $2 up to 210. Them kind of 1,000-pound cattle bring kind of in the 190s somewhere. Not a lot of the cattle that size, but we had some of them. On the heifer division, a 3 to 4 weight heifer would bring 240 up to 270. A 4 to 5 weight heifer would bring 220 up to 250. 5 to 6 weight heifer, 210, 215 up to 235, 240 on the front end of them kind of little yearlings they want to turn back out on the wheat. 6 to 7 weight heifer, the fleshy end of them get kind of in the 198 to 205. The better end of them up there to 220, 225, 230 on some of those strings of black heifers that could go north somewhere, and they're really the kind. 7 to 8 weight heifer, $2 up to 217. 8 to 9 weight heifer, kind of 187 up to $2. Everybody thought it'd be lower. It wanted to get lower, but it never did. There's a lot of people got a little room, and they just kept coming and getting them. So I was pretty satisfied with what they brought, even though this thing's a foot or a mile lower than it was a month ago. For what's going on, it's a pretty dang good market. If we can do something for you, give us a holler. Thank you.